Good evening, YTPC, North East Piper UK here, smoking my Peterson pipe, which I got off Suffolk Piper, and in it I'm smoking some of the Germain's Special Latakia Flake, which was gifted to me by Pipe Puffer UK, Alex. And this is a VR to Erobin Outdoors, who has, his giveaways for reaching 600 subs, but I think he's way beyond that now. I think he's over 700 now. And for part of his gore, he's doing a James Bond themed giveaway. And the question was, who was your favourite Bond, or who is your favourite Bond? The favourite Bond lady, your favourite Bond adversary, Bond movie, and what pipe and tobacco would James Bond smoke if he smoked a pipe? Well, the James Bond is easy. It's got to be Sean Connery. I mean, you know, the guy just played the part magnificently. And for my favourite James Bond movie, now that one was really tough. But for me, it has to be On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I loved it because it was like a really good, gritty, no-nonsense movie, which it's such a shame that George Lazenby sort of lost the part, because I think he could have really taken it on a lot further, which I think the Roger Moore ones lost it a little bit because they sort of went for more humour and, you know, the silly gadgets and underwater cars, that type of thing. But I just loved it because it didn't have any silly gadgets. It was a fantastic story. And an interesting thing about that movie is that about 15 years ago, I was staying at a place called Sintra in Portugal. And I was staying in a lovely hotel that was just down the bank off the main centre. And every time I walked through the centre, I kept looking at this hotel and thinking, that looks really familiar, but I really couldn't think where I'd seen it before. And it took us 3 days before I realised that it's actually the hotel that you see after the titles of the movie, and he pulls up before he goes to the casino and meets Tracy again. So that was a real sort of Bond geek moment for me. But the strange thing is that a company I worked for down in Berkshire, they actually did a lot of the work for one of the backpacks in the movie Moonraker, and they actually had a one in the company that was used in the movie, because they provided like the pipe work and everything for it. And another interesting thing is that the movie Alien, a lot of the work around the alien's mouth and on the tubes and parts of the outfit of the alien creature, the company I worked for supplied a lot of the tubing for that as well, so a little bit of a geek moment there. The Bond babe, if you like, for me would have to be, even though she wasn't a main sort of actress in it, she wasn't sort of like the main femme fatale, if you like, but she was in actually 2 Bond movies. She was in The Spy Who Loved Me, where she played the receptionist, and she was also in the movie, the sort of remake of Thunderball, which was Never Say Never Again, and that is Valerie Leon, or Leon. She only had the little bit parts in the Bond movies, but if you ever see any of the Carry On movies, she's been in quite a few of those, and she even though now she's in her 70s, when you see photographs of her now, she's still, you know, a stunningly beautiful woman. So that is the Bond woman for me. The bad guy would have to be Grant. Now, my favourite movie was very nearly from Russia with Love, because again it was such a deep down gritty movie, and that fight scene on the train, I mean, they were so equally matched. And you know, at the end of the day, he did get the drop on James Bond, and if it hadn't been for the fact he had these little gadgets in his case, I think Grant would have finished him off personally. So yeah, that's the bad guy. Now, pipe and tobacco, very interesting. Now, the cigarettes that Bond smoked was made by Marlins on Grosvenor Street, so they were specifically made for James Bond, and they were a mixture of Balkan and Turkish Latakia because they had a higher nicotine in the cigarettes. So if he couldn't get that tobacco made by the same people who did his cigarettes, I think he would go with the Gowith Hogarth Moorland mixture, because that is made with Virginia and it's got Latakia in it as well. Now the pipe, I think would be an Alfred Dunhill White Spot Bulldog, and I think you would probably smoke it because I reckon that it would have been a gift from M, because as you know, in the early movies and the books, M liked to smoke a pipe. So there you go, those are what I would think. And congratulations, I think you're over 700 subs now, which is great, so even better. And I look forward to catching more of your videos, and good luck everybody who enters the giveaway. Show all our support, and thank you for watching. I hope wherever you are, you're safe, you're well, you're happy, enjoying a bowl, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.